Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi and welcome to the latest episode of Stock Tip Daily Update with me, Untitled. Another day and some further winnings for the S&P 500 and for the Nasdaq. So the S&P 500 is looking very strong at the moment. I would have expected a small consolidation here, a couple of consolidation days here, but as it seems at the moment, the S&P 500 has something else in mind. But and we are, I think, less than 7% from the all-time high here, so we are moving in the right direction. But after adding some further 2%, the Nasdaq has reached pretty important support, a pretty important resistance line here, namely the 200 mark, the 200 moving average. So the Nasdaq is now 5 days up, five strong days up, and I don't know how much this move can go, can continue. I can say the main titles are pretty much exhausted here, so or look pretty much exhausted. So if you take a look at the Apple, we are 6 days up. Yes, 6 days up, and we've reached the major trend line here. After such a vertical move, I do expect a small pullback or a small consolidation. So, given that Apple is losing its momentum, it is possible to say at least that the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 could be heading for some trouble. The next major title here would be Microsoft, also 6 days up, but has just recently managed to break out of this consolidation, out of this formation here. So we still have some potential here. Still 6 days up. It wouldn't be that impossible to say at least that a small consolidation here, at least a small consolidation is coming. And as for the other major titles like Amazon, you also see here 6 days up and pretty much an unmeasured growth here. So we've managed to recover almost 17% in 6 days. You have to ask yourself, where do we stop to take a breath of fresh air and to consolidate a bit before going forward? So I don't know. For me, it just seems like the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq needs a little break and needs to consolidate, not to fall. So this would be what we would wish for, just a consolidation and not a correction, before it goes any further. So we shall see if this is going to happen or if the rest of the market is starting. It is also possible that the rest of the market is going to start as well, because the IVM, so the Russell, has been consolidating. So it was 4 days up, and then it has consolidated at this major resistance line here at 208.9. And if the breakout comes, then this might mean that the rest of the market is ready for the big breakout. So we just have to wait and see what happens the next couple of days. My main concern is here in the Nasdaq, because we have reached a resistance line here, and the 200, which has acted as a resistance line or a support line in the past, and we are pretty much overstretched here. So just wait and see what happens. And I think the strategy is still clear. So 50-40% long, not too much now, and at the moment not too many new positions, given that we are already 6 days up. So we don't want to start taking losses yet. Now, after 2 or 3 months where we have carefully planned everything. So I would say just leave your current positions open and try to be careful. Try not to make try not to open any too many new positions and just wait for the right moment. If a pullback comes or a consolidation develops, then we would be ready for some new positions and for higher long quota. But until then, I think it's safe to remain a bit defensive and also only go 40% long. So how did the German markets do? So the German markets are still consolidating. So I say German markets, by that I mean European markets, but the German market is the leader here. So the German market is still consolidating, and we also have here a nice ascending triangle formation. So it doesn't get any more bullish than this. And perhaps a breakout is in the cards anytime soon, anytime now. Then the euro to US dollar has also been moving a bit sideways, has broken down, but managed to end the day on top. So I would ignore this this signal for the time being, but it's pretty much nothing new has happened here. And then oil is also moving sideways. So I did say I don't expect the oil to relaunch itself just as soon as it looks like yesterday. So I think we still have a couple of days ahead of us before oil starts launching for the stratosphere again. Gold is also consolidating a bit more after this crazy move up, and silver pretty much doing the same. So my main positions here, my main interest would be gold to continue or to catch the next breakout in gold. And oil, I'm not really that interested in oil, but in gold, because I see this as a lot more potential here, and from a technical standpoint it makes a lot of sense. As for oil, I think this is just driven by the geopolitical situation right now, and it's all uncertain, and any news could erase your winnings or could push your winnings higher. So I'm not that keen on relying on good news or on rumors about war. So war, everything is possible. It's enough that the whole market can be destroyed by a couple of war news. I don't need another position that is just as susceptible to that as I would prefer to remain a bit defensive. So let's get a bit further. How is my portfolio looking? So I'm pretty much conservative here, like I've said. I'm pretty defensive here. I have a long position in AMD, a long position in Microsoft. So AMD isn't really doing that much. I think it's still here at the breakout point. Hasn't really broken out, but my position is still active with a stop at 109.2 or 0.3, I think. So my risk is pretty small given the potential here. Microsoft, on the other hand, is performing pretty well. It's already a couple of days up, so I don't know how much longer this goes on. I still think a small correction or a small consolidation is in the cards, but you never know. So here we had many days, but you do see here a small consolidation here, a small consolidation here before Microsoft moved higher. So we shall just have to wait and see what happens. For the time being, everything is looking good, and the options in the S&P 500 are also looking pretty good, pretty healthy. But you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. Like I said, given the uncertainties out there, you just have to wait and see and play it a bit defensively. So I have taken a bit of a risk here with these call options, but given the risk-reward ratio of 1 to 8, 1 to 10, I still think I did the right thing, and there is some hope that I'm going to enjoy some major profits. So it's still in the cards. Just I am going to be patient and to see what follows. Okay, so this is it for today's video. We are going to continue now with some more new setups which I've managed to find for you. Some of them you will find on the website stock-tip.com, and the rest of them, for them you have to subscribe to Stock Tip and take a look for yourself. You can also have a go for a free trial. Okay, now for the third part of the video,